Hidely ho, neighbourinos, it's Mike Man WBA here, back again with another episode of WWE Draft Wars, and we're back with Nathan.
Aye aye.
We're back with Monday Night Raw. It's the Go Home Raw before the Royal Rumble. I almost said it last week. I was wrong. I'm right this week. Go Home Raw. Let's see what happens. Probably nothing interesting.
Dickhead. So, in the Charleston Civic Centre in front of 10,863 people more than Mike's ever drawn, Big Show, Bobby Roode and Mustafa Ali defeat Jack Gallagher, Luke Harper and Mojo Rawley in 10 minutes and 5 seconds when Big Show pinned Mojo by pinfall with a choke slam in the pre-show bout. Big Show was almost the star of the show, barely beating out Mustafa, but Luke Harper's there like, sister, and gets a 67. Luke Harper, king of the pre-show.
Yeah. Stealing Ryback's gimmick.
Pre-show stopper.
Yeah. Gallagher improving his performance skills.
Lovely for Jack.
Yeah.
Big turnout for Jack Gallagher there. 10,864 people turn up solely to see Jack Gallagher.
Yep.
So we start the show. Rusev accepts the open challenge that was issued by SmackDown's Shane McMahon. Fortunately, it's not Shane McMahon who fights on behalf of SmackDown, though, because we would be fucked. But it's Samoa Joe. The camera turns backstage. We see a man walking. We see all the Raw superstars lined up in the corridor and then walking through, escorted by security. It's Samoa Joe. And we're here. Joe Berg. Do, Joe Berg. Do. And then eventually the music kicks in and it's just...
Life is a misery. Everyone...
Whoa. Did you just say misery?
I forgot. I'm tired. Leave me alone. I know it's mystery. Shut up.
Do.
I hear you call
Joe. Samoa Joe comes out. He looks angry. He wants retribution against Rusev for when Rusev beat the shit out of him, Jeff Hardy, and Braun Strowman at Survivor Series to win for Team Raw. Could Rusev win again for Team Raw? Let's find out here as we follow that 80 rated B with a matchup that gets
and it feels like Joe
80B as Rusev defeats Samoa Joe once again. History repeats itself in 12 minutes and 11 seconds by pinfall with a match cut kick. He couldn't make Joe tap out. He couldn't get a submission win over the submission machine, but he gets a pinfall win with an 81, beating Joe's 80, and both men have pretty good chemistry, which lifts the match.
Yeah. And like a prayer, we go to the next segment.
Yep. When he clicks this button, Mike's gonna take us there. We'll get a 78B. Bray Wyatt promises to make history. He wants to be the hardcore champion because obviously tonight he fights Dean Ambrose to become hardcore champion in a last man standing match. Bray Wyatt says he's not scared of Dean. He never has been and he never will be. But can he defeat Dean Ambrose tonight? That is the question on everybody's lips. You can taste the question.
I thought that was the alcohol I had earlier.
No, a bit of both.
Yeah.
To be fair, alcohol helps with this show.
Yeah, that's definitely if you're viewing it. Suggest a nice cider.
What we got next?
Or copious Jaeger bombs.
We have a 65. See, Mike loves a good Jaeger, loves a good bomb. That's why he joined ISIS. But Lucha House Party are in action up next as they draw with the Usos in 5:48 when the match descended into chaos and not the faction from Japan. After Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder became involved, out come the Revival. They're angry that they're not in this match and they want to make a statement before Royal Rumble. Obviously, they challenged the Usos for the tag team titles. Some excellent performances there. Not only did Grandma Metalik get a 71, but Jim Uso gets an 85. Jey Uso gets an 84. You can all suck my bollocks. Nana Metalik does really well there as well. But the Revival lay out both teams, looking to really send a message and gain all the momentum going into this Sunday's Royal Rumble event. Any improvements there, Michael?
I'm not sure, but interestingly, the gimmicks are so shit it decided to tell us twice.
Ooh. Like the opposite of Kelly Kelly.
Yeah. Holla!
All the boys in the club say ooh.
You know all the words to that song, don't you?
I know one line and that's too many. Oh no, I know two because it's all the
Holla.
boys in the club say ooh, something what I do. Hello. And then at one point you've got I'm feeling sexy. Da 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 da.
It's definitely your ringtone.
Oh yeah, definitely. And up next, Kane and Goldust are walking backstage, and now not only weirded out by Mike Kanellis, but they're weirded out by this episode, and quite frankly, who wouldn't be? We have Mike Kanellis walking backstage, talking to himself. He's drawn a little face on his hand. He's given it a beard, and it's Bray Wyatt. And on the other hand, his right hand, his hand that he uses the most, is a picture of Maria. But Maria's face is scribbled out. No Maria for Michael. And Goldust and Kane watch it. They look very weirded out. Kane recommends a good little therapist for Mike, who walks off laughing as he books the next episode of SmackDown soon. And there we go, 57C-, 3 absolute mad lads there, 2 of which are in action later tonight. Possibly up next.
You can't remember, can you?
No, I think it is up next. It is! And in a 61C, the Club defeat Goldust and Kane in 444, 444, when Carl Anderson defeats Kane with a magic killer.
Well, they couldn't win in 666. They couldn't win in 666 because that's the devil's number, and as we all know, Caden's the demon, and as such, good friends with the devil.
Also, you can't have 66 seconds because that would be 7 minutes and 6 seconds.
Shut up. Shut up.
So there we have it, a 61C, a solid matchup there. The 2 old bastards are beaten to a pulp by the future of Raw's tag team division. Out with the old, in with the new, we say, the new who have been here for almost 3 years. And yeah, a solid little match there. And a little bit of history in this match, because this is a rematch of sorts from 2006 between Kane and fake Kane.
Oh god, that was a storyline.
It was, yeah.
Can't wait for Carl Anderson to come back as fake Goldust.
LOL! Up next, Buddy Murphy calls out any former cruiserweight champion. Spoiler alert, it's Jacqueline. Gets a 37D- there. Buddy is very underrated in this mod. Jacqueline. And up next we have a 51D+ where Buddy Murphy defeats big lad Paul Birmingham in 4 minutes and 41 seconds by pinfall with Murphy's Law. Mustafa Ali was pretty weak at the commentary table, but Buddy gets a 40. He's outperformed by Paul London there, who gets a 56. And yeah, a solid little match. Paul London could easily return to the company, but he won't because he'd be busted for pot on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Any improvements?
Mustafa Ali so weak on the commentary table he couldn't even lift up the headphones.
Oh, poor lad. Yeah, his arm hurts from last week's match against Buddy in the Revival.
Yeah.
Who remembers that absolute class squash nut of a match?
Not me, because we did it about a week and a half ago.
Which means it was last week's. Up next, Dolph Ziggler starts kicking off backstage to Kurt Angle. He's like, I should be Intercontinental Champion. Finn Balor cost me that match. And then Finn walks to him, taps him on the shoulder with a big grin on his face, and he says, that was your fault, fella. That's not an Irish accent.
It's not your worst Irish accent I've heard.
How can I do an Irish accent?
Oh, top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you, fella. What's going on there? You say it's my fault that you lost your Intercontinental title. That isn't my fault. Ah, you silly little leprechaun. That's your fault. That's Drew's fault. And then Kurt Angle books both of them in a match against each other later tonight on Raw. Who will win that match? Find out later on tonight.
Can't wait to your OTT debut, mate.
Oh my god, imagine. Me and Bobby George Jr. go for the tags. You could say that you're hyped for the debut.
I would imagine.
More than hyped.
I'd imagine you're more the cabin boy for Club Tropicana.
Oh, love it. Love it. Up next, we have an 80B, where to crown the Hardcore champion in a last man standing match, which doesn't seem to be me right now, Dean Ambrose beats Bray Wyatt in 12 minutes 31. Did I mention this was a last man stand match? To win the hardcore title in a last man standing match. Dean gets an 83, Bray gets a 77. There were times where there was a definite lack of psychology on display, but that's because the only psychology in this match, the only thing remotely close to that is the fact that there's two psychopaths in this match. Any work or improvements there, Mike?
Let's have a look. There are in fact Bray Wyatt improving in his flying skills, but that wasn't enough to help him win, as Dean Ambrose is your new WWE Hardcore Championship champion.
Brilliant. Beautiful. Almost as beautiful as Bray's beard.
Or his shitty little dreadlocks.
Or his fat little belly. Then afterwards, Dean Ambrose cuts an interview where he says that he's one step closer to Seth Rollins with that victory. He'll do whatever it takes to win the Royal Rumble on Sunday. He'll beat whoever wins that main event, whether he's got to beat Brock Lesnar, whether he's got to beat Seth Rollins. He'll do whatever it takes to fight Seth Rollins. And then he's attacked by one of No Way Jose's entourage. They've been dancing around the backstage area, and the man in the lemon costume attacks Dean Ambrose, pushes Jose away, but Dean takes advantage of that. He beats up Jose, he beats up the entourage, he beats up every single one of them except for the woman, because he doesn't beat women, he's not like that. And Dean Ambrose is still hardcore champion, but he almost lost it to Jose. No way! Jose.
Yep.
69C plus. Nice.
Dean Ambrose showing that when life gives you lemons, you kick them in the face so they don't take your hardcore championship.
Exactly. When life gives you a lemon, you beat it to a pulp.
No Way Jose showing that when life gives you lemons, use them to throw at your enemies.
Use those lemons as your aid. Your lemonade.
All that comedy and more every week here on the Mike Man WBA channel. Ting.
And next, we have a 71C plus where Alexa and Mickey defeat Ember Moon and Natalya in 7-12 when Natalya was pinned with a twisted bliss.
What is wrong with
Alexa
us?
with a 70, Mickey and Natalya gets a 62, Ember with a 58. Words are hard, almost as hard as that victory was to obtain for Alexa Bliss there. A great fight was put up by the team of Ember Moon and Natalya, but in the end it just was too much for them because Mickie James improved in performance even when Natalya did. And that 71C plus is a good rating there going into Sunday's match between Alexa and Ronda for the Raw Women's Championship.
Very
and now
good.
I know what you're thinking. You haven't built up to that match enough. There's barely any history with Alexa and Ronda. You've done more with Ronda and Sasha. That's probably because I genuinely thought for half of the month that Sasha Banks had won the contendership match. But she hadn't, had she? No, it was Alexa Bliss who won it. So you're probably thinking, how are we going to build up to Alexa Ronda when you've only got 6 days till the match? Well, in the words of Ariana Grande, thank you, next segment please, Mike. We'll find out how we build up to Alexa versus Ronda.
It's weird that she name dropped me in the song.
It is, it's lovely of her.
Yeah.
You're one of the exes. It's after she says, I wish I could say thank you to Malcolm because he was an angel. She says, I wish I could say thank you to Michael because he was a sex offender. And after the match...
Fucking hell, take that back. It's libel, that is, mate.
And after the match...
Sue your ass.
Sarah and Mickey attack Ronda's best friend. Did you know that's Natalya? I don't mention it. They attack Natalya and then we hear the music, even more singing, I don't give a damn about my bad reputation, da, 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 da. But I give a damn about my friend Natalya, da, 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 da. And out comes Ronda Rousey, and she beats up Alexa, and she beats up Mickie James, she attacks them both, she locks Mickey in an armbar, she saves Ember, she saves Natalya. There's a big stare down as Alexa scurries away up the ramp like a scalded pig. Oink, oink, just like Larry Steve. And Ronda Rousey really did scare off Alexa Bliss there, who will win this Sunday at Royal Rumble. Oink, oink.
I'm going to go with all the virgins in the front row.
Oh, you didn't tell us you were going.
Yeah, I was going to keep a secret, mate.
Ah, right.
Picking you up tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Can't wait. Hopefully we'll make it in time for SmackDown. And speaking of smacks, Finn Balor defeats Dolph Ziggler in 13:23, smacking him across the stomach, ribs, chesty area with a coup de grace. Following a botched interference from Drew, he accidentally headbutted Finn. And then he beats up Dolph anyways because that fucked up the sentence. Finn with an 87, Dolph with a 75, and 80 be a solid little semi-main event matchup for us there. Any improvements? No. So the only thing that's increasing is the tension between Drew and Dolph.
Yeah, and Finn Balor's power ranking.
And he's bulge. He's got a big willy.
Do you reckon he actually has a big willy, or do you reckon it's just like padding and... Like,
he's nearly 40, he won't use padding. I just think it's very prominent.
Good lighting.
I just think it'll be very prominent, to be honest.
Yeah. Maybe he's got massive nuts. We'll never know. Until the next eye hack.
Oh my god. And speaking of hacks, out comes Seth Rollins, who issues an open challenge. He hasn't got anything to hide behind this time. He can't say, I'm sorry, it was an accident. And he comes out with an 86B+ as he issues an open challenge. He speaks a little bit about Brock too, because obviously he's going to fight Brock on Sunday. But the main thing is the open challenge. And who accepts the open challenge, Mike?
Doink.
It's not Doink, he's dead! Just like SmackDown's shows. Let's click the next segment and find out who fights Seth.
Hornswoggle. Oh.
It's Andrade Cien Almas and Shelton Benjamin, where in 11 minutes and 21 seconds, Seth curb stomps Shelton Benjamin into next week. Seth was head and shoulders above everyone else. Shelton was the weakling, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. Seth with an 89, Almas with a 74, Shelton with a 57. Any improvements?
Let's have a look. Click, there we go.
Fuck no, there were no improvements. Next segment.
And hopefully Shelton Benjamin wasn't kicked into next week, otherwise he'll miss the Royal Rumble.
Oh, poor Shelton.
That would be interesting though. Where is he? We don't know. He just appears in the ring on Raw the next night. It's like, fuck, did I miss it? Ah, shit.
And then we get an 86B+ to finish the show. As Seth Rollins is celebrating his victory, he's jumped by Shelton, who's really angry. Almas just lies under the bottom rope posing because he's tranquilo AF. And then Paul Heyman waddles his way out with the microphone. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and it is with my privilege, with great honor do I present to you the current reigning, the conquering, undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world, my client Brock Lesnar." And then we see him bop about and he's going dun 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 do 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 do, and he walks his way to the ring. And Shelton Benjamin, he looks scared. He's like, "Oh wait a minute, we're old buddies. We're the Minnesota stretching crew." But the only thing getting stretched tonight is Shelton Benjamin, as he gets launched across the ring with multiple German suplexes. Andrade Almas gets F5'd. Seth Rollins jumps up, hits the big Kingslayer knee. He runs off the ropes, dives at Brock, who catches him. F5, and another F5, and another F5, another F5, and one more F5. He hits 5 F5s to end off the show. Brock Lesnar is a big, scary, angry, block-headed man.
Rumour is he wasn't even scheduled to turn up this week, but he heard the Goldberg music and started to get excited.
Yeah, he came in his little trunks. Just like Finn Balor probably does.
It's like a spider sense, except it's just his Goldberg sense.
Still has a white webby product.
Allegedly.
Cum jokes.
I thought it was like a steroid joke.
Oh, no. We finish off the show with an 81B, somehow increasing our popularity in 26 regions because people actually watch this shit. Anything you'd like to say about that show, Mike, as we continue?
Wasn't as good as last week's SmackDown.
Go fuck yourself with the lead pipe.
No, it's a good show. You had this. No, honestly, it was a good show. Apart from the cruiserweights, who were fucking trash.
Yeah, can't wait to take the belt off of Buddy.
Yeah.
Or maybe keep it on him, depending on what happens.
Maybe Hideo Itami will get bored of SmackDown and come and beat up all of Raw's roster as well.
Ooh, fun. Or maybe he'll leave the company and fuck off back to Japan.
Probably.
Just like he is in real life.
Yeah, can't wait for him to announce his signing for AIW.
Ooh, AIW, absolute intense wrestling.
Yep. Anyway, see you the next one.
Hey!
Bye.